Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 2009-10 hockey season replay. Tonight we're at the Verizon Center in Washington, D.C., all set for Inside the Crease Hockey and Block 7 of this replay. We have the Philadelphia Flyers at the Washington Capitals. As you can see, we are jumping into this game tied at 1 at the start of the third period. We are going to be at 5-on-5 to start the period, so let's jump right in. Without any further ado, we'll drop the puck and get the opening face-off. Face-offs are +1 to Philadelphia, but a +2 will pull that over to Pody for the Capitals, and we are off to the races. That'll get passed up to Backstrom. Forced dumping if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 4. Gagne's a 3. Backstrom will get that with a 30 on an assist chance. He is setting up Newble with a 20. That'll be a shot 5 on Layton. A 97 on a shot 5. That'll get dropped off. And it'll be the left defenseman Pronger picking that up for the Flyers. 19:20 to play. That'll get passed over to his defense line mate Carl. Forced dumping if the lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 1. Green's a 6. That'll get dumped in all day long. Goalie Theodore will go back behind the net, and he'll leave that for Pody to pick that up. Ticking off more time. That'll get passed up to Newble. Takeaway if the left wing's take is greater than or equal to 6. Gagne's a 4. Newble will get that with a 26. He'll make a pass. That'll go over to Green. 18:40 to play in the third period. Passing back up to Newble. Takeaway if the left wing's take is greater than or equal to 5. Once again, Gagne's a 4. 29 for Newble. He'll make a pass. And that'll move over to Ovechkin. 18:20 to play. As the Capitals are looking for a way to get up ice, he'll make a pass over to Green, except LaPerriere will make a hit of 6 on that, as the hit's supposed to be greater than or equal to 1. LaPerriere is a 6, so we've got a loose puck. That'll be the offensive right wing back to Newble, except now we've got line changes. Newble will make his change. After he makes his move with the puck. Just doing a full round of line changes here. Alright. He will pass that over to Semin, and Newble will get off the ice. Takeaway if the righty's takeaway is greater than or equal to 8. Coburn is a 3. Semin will get that with a 28. He will take a shot 1 against Layton. That's a 38 on a shot 8. And score! Alexander Semin puts that in for the Capitals, and they break the tie with a 2-1 lead at 2 minutes of the third period. Arena cheers. Yay! So that was Semin from... who is that from? That was from Newble, I think. As he was the last one to touch the puck. And we'll get a fresh assist. Schultz. As the Capitals already open up a 2-1 lead to start the third period. We'll bring everybody back to center ice for the face-off. Face-offs are +4 to Philadelphia, but a +6 will pull that over to Semin, and we're off once again. That'll go over to Fair. Loose puck if the right wing's hit is greater than or equal to 5. Asham is a 5, a very hard-hitting Flyers team. Loose puck will be the home right defenseman. That'll be over to Schultz. 17:20 to play. Up to Semin. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 1. Asham's a 3. He'll take that puck away. 17 minutes to play. Passing over to Richards. Loose puck if the right D's hit is greater than or equal to 6. Schultz is a 3. 26 for Richards. That's going to be a giveaway. And he'll give that away to the right defenseman, over to Schultz. 16:40 to play now in the period. Passing up to Leitch. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 4. Richards is a 4. So we'll have another loose puck. Offensive right wing versus defensive left D +3. Even without the +3, Timonen will take that puck for the Flyers. 16:20 to play. That'll go up to Asham. Takeaway if the lefty's take is greater than or equal to 7. Potier's a 2. Asham will get that with a 25. He'll make a pass. And that'll move back to Timonen. Except now we've got line changes. All right, back to it. That'll get passed up to Van Riemsdyk. Interception of the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 11. They're a 5. 21 for Van Riemsdyk. He'll make a shot 1 against Theodore. That'll be a 2 on a... Hold on. That was a 21. That was a shot 1. And a 2. That's a rebound, and Theodore's hot. Rebound over to the home left defenseman. That's over to Morrison with it for the Capitals. Theodore making a huge save, and his defenseman there to bail him out. That'll get passed over up to Morrison. Interception of the lefty and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 6. It is a 6. That'll be Krajicek making that interception. Passing up to Giroux. Loose puck of the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 2. Morrison is a 5, so we've got a loose puck. Home right defense, Morrison will jar the puck loose and then he'll take it. Taking off time, that'll get passed over to Jersina. Loose puck of the right wing's hit is greater than or equal to 7. The Liberty is a hard hitter, but that's a 4. A 33 for Jersina. He's going to make a pass. And that'll move up to Clark. 14:40 to play here in the period. Passing back to Jersina. Takeaway of the center's takeaway is greater than or equal to 5. Giroux's a 4. 3 for Jersina is going to be a shot 1 against... Actually, hold on. Leighton is the goalie here. So Leighton, a 15 on a shot 1. That's going to be a rebound. Offensive left defenseman Morrison with a 32. He'll make a pass on that. He'll move that back to Clark. 14:20 to play. That'll get passed over to Fleischmann. Penalty if the right wing's penalty is greater than or equal to 2. It is a 2. Actually... Right wing penalty, La Liberty is a 5, but we're going to check the play on Fleischmann first. A 1 is a shot 5. Oh boy. That's a 3 on a shot 5, and score! Thomas Fleischmann now extending the Capitals' lead to 3-1. Which cancels out the penalty on the Flyers. Let's see, that was going to be from Morrison. And we'll flip over one more card. Morrison already had the assist. And Leighton went cold on that goal. So it is now 3-1 in favor of the Capitals. And we'll bring the teams back to center ice. Faceoffs are +1 to Washington, which that'll be Morrison with it. That'll be Brendan Morrison with it. And we are changing lines once again. As the Capitals have come out firing here in the third period. They've gotten all 3 of the last goals in this game. Okay, that'll get passed over to Pody, and Morrison will get off the ice. Loose puck of the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 6. Pronger's a 3. So a 15 for Pody is going to be a pass. He'll pass that up to Bradley. Taking off more time. That'll get passed back to Pody. Interception of the center and left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 5. It's a 4. Pody with a 20 will make a pass. He'll move that up to Steckel. 13:20 to play. Passing that back to Pody. Loose puck of the center's hit is greater than or equal to 5. Briere is a 2. A 2 for Pody is going to be a shot 2 against Leighton. That's a 7. That's a rebound chance. Offensive right D versus defensive right D. That'll be Carl picking that puck up for the Flyers. Passing over to Pronger. Interception of the center and right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 10. It's a 6. 31 for Pronger. He's going to make a pass. He'll move that over to Nodal. Ticking off more time, another 20 seconds. Passing that over to Briere. Takeaway if the lefty's take is greater than or equal to 2. Green's a 3, so he'll take that puck away. 12:20 to play. Over to Pody. Interception if the center and left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 9. It's a 4. 2 for Pody is going to be a shot 2 against Layton. With a 9 on a shot 2, that's a rebound chance. Offensive left D versus defensive right wing +1. Even without the +1, Green will blow that away. And a 4 is going to be a shot 2 against Layton. With a 24, another rebound. Visiting right wing, Nodal finally puts the stop to it just in time for another round of line changes. Nodal will make his move with the puck, and then he'll get off the ice. Over to Gagne with the pass. Force dumping if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 6. Nubel's a 2. Gagne will have that with a 17. That'll be a shot 1 against Theodore. 82 on a shot 1. He's going to drop that off. And that'll be Ovechkin picking that up. Not a bad guy to have the puck on his stick. 11:40 to go. That'll get passed over to Schultz. Interception if the center and left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 12. Center and left wing are a 6. 34 for Schultz. That'll be a pass. He'll move that over to Potier. 11:20 to play. Passing up to Backstrom. Penalty if the center's penalty is greater than or equal to 1. Carter is a 2. 28, though, is going to be a pass, so we'll check the penalty. 20, there is a penalty on Carter. He's going off for hooking. And the Capitals now with a very good opportunity here to land another deep blow on the Flyers. As we'll get my green power play block marker out for that. Face-offs now are +4 to Washington, which that'll pull it over to Schultz, and we're off on the power play for the Capitals. Passing up to Ovechkin. Interception if the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 12. It is a 7. So a 24 for Ovechkin on the power play is going to be a shot 4 on Layton. 17 on a shot 4, and score! That didn't take long. Alex Ovechkin gets the Capitals another one, and it's 4-1. That'll be Ovechkin from Potier. And nope, just Potier. As the Capitals now start to tee off in the third period, and now they open up a 4-1 lead on the Flyers. Penalty is, of course, over. And the Flyers don't seem to be able to stop anything right now. Face-offs are +1 to Philadelphia, which will send it over to Gagne, and the Flyers need to stop the bleeding here somehow. Ticking off time, that'll go over to Coburn. Penalty if any defender's penalty is greater than or equal to 20. I think most of them are over that, so we'll say it's going to be on Backstrom, I guess. The 34, though, is going to be a pass, so we'll touch that up. Backstrom's the one we'll check. 8 plus the opponent if the penalty is 4 or higher, and it is not, so Backstrom is going off alone for hooking. And this could be a great opportunity for the Flyers to try to get something going here in the third period. They need to get something going badly. We're near the halfway point, and the Capitals have fired off 3 quick goals. We'll bring the face-off back to center ice, +4 to Philadelphia. A +9 for Ovechkin, though, pulls it over to Schultz, and we're off once again. That'll get past. He'll hold on to that. Penalty if the left wing penalty is greater than or equal to 4. Gagne's a 2. A 5 shorthanded. That's going to get sent the length of the ice. And Gagne will pick that up for the Flyers. Just in time for a line change. As usual, Gagne will wait to make his move with the puck to get off the ice. Okay, now we'll flip over a card and get Gagne off the ice. That'll get passed over to Krajicek. Excuse me. Interception of center and right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 12. It is most decidedly not. 5 is a shot 0 on Theodore. 22, that's going to be a rebound chance. Offensive center, which is Richards, versus defensive left D. Richards will have the puck with a 29 on the power play. He's going to give that one away. And that'll go over to Jersina. 9:40 to play here in the third. That'll get passed over to Fair. Penalty if the left D penalty is greater than or equal to 7, it's a 3. A 13 on shorthanded, that's going to be a pass. He'll move that over to Morrison. 9:20 to play. Passing up to Semin. Loose puck if the right D's hit is greater than or equal to 4. Bartulis is a 3. 21, that's going to be a pass for Semin. He'll move that over to Morrison. 9 minutes to play. Capitals killing the penalty off. Back up to Semin. Penalty if the right wing penalty is greater than or equal to 6. Asham's a 7. A 22 is going to be a pass. So we'll check the penalty at 26. That'll be a minor penalty on Asham. And he's going to go off for hooking. So now we've got a 4-on-4 for the next play before the Capitals go back on the power play once again. Which reminds me, Ovechkin's goal was a power play goal, as ID Jester is the first to join us here at the Verizon Center. Just in time for the next face-off. Face-offs right now are +4 to Philadelphia, which will give it over to Bartulis, and we're off and running once again. Capitals are now on the power play. That'll get passed up to Richards. Interception if the lefty and right D's defense greater than or equal to 12. They're a 7. 27 is going to get sent the length of the ice. And that'll be Leitch tracking that one down for the Capitals. 8:20 to play. Passing over to Fair. Loose puck of the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 1. Hartnell is a 5. This Flyers team did not screw around in 2009-10. I suppose there's a reason they made it to Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Loose puck is going to be Leitch picking that one back up, except it won't be for long because we've got another set of line changes. And the Capitals just have been teeing off here in the third period. Let's see what we've got going on. Fleischmann will get that pass. Interception of the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 10. Yeah, right. 16 is going to be a shot 5 for Fleischmann against Leighton. 77 on a shot 5. Leighton will make the save. He'll cover that up for the face-off. We'll bring the teams to the right of Leighton. Face-offs are +2 to Philadelphia. And Giroux will get that, and we will be off once again. That'll get past. Actually, Giroux will hold on to that. Force dumping if the right D's defense is greater than or equal to 6. Pody's a 4. A 25, that's going to get sent the length of the ice. And that'll be Fleischmann tracking that down for the Capitals. Passing over to Green. Interception if the center and right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 7. It's a 3. A 19 on the power play is going to be a shot. Is going to be a giveaway. Giroux will take that for the Flyers. Taking off time and ending the penalty. Passing that over to La Liberty. Loose puck if the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 3. Fleischmann's a 2. 17, La Liberty is going to make a pass. That'll go over to Van Riemsdyk. The Flyers need to get moving here. They are down 3 goals and rapidly running out of clock to do anything about it. Passing that over to Carl. Loose puck if the lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 1. Green is a 3, so we've got a loose puck. Offensive left wing +2 versus defensive right D. That'll go back over to Van Riemsdyk. 6:20 to play. That'll be Pronger with it. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 3. Leitch will have just enough hit to knock it loose. And offensive left defenseman versus defensive right wing. That'll go right back over to Pronger. Except it won't be Pronger for long because we've got line changes. And yes, indeed, we've got a lot going on in this game. We started off this third period tied at 1, but the Capitals came out and scored 3 in fairly quick succession. The Flyers are rapidly running out of runway to do anything about that. Okay, over to Pronger with the puck. He'll pass that up to Carcillo. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 3. Bradley is a 3, so he'll take that puck away for the Capitals. And the Flyers playing hot potato with the puck is not helping their chances tonight at all. I've already ticked off time. That'll go to Schultz. Loose puck if the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 4. Carcillo's a 7. He's going to knock Schultz off the puck. And that'll be La Liberty tracking that down. 5:20 to play here in the game. Passing over to Carcillo. Interception if the right wing and right D's defense is greater than or equal to 7. It is. That will be Morrison making the interception. 5-minute warning on the third period. Passing over to Schultz. Penalty if the center's penalty is greater than or equal to 5. Briere is a 4. A 2 is going to be a shot 2 against Layton. 10 on a shot 2. That's a rebound. Offensive right wing versus defensive left D +3. Even without the +3, Pronger will take that for the Flyers. 4:40 to play. That'll get passed up to Briere. Loose puck if the right D's hit is greater than or equal to 2. Schultz is a 3. So never mind the pass to La Liberty. That'll be offensive center, which right now is Briere, plus the defensive center +8. That's Morrison. So that'll be Morrison with the puck for the Capitals. 4:20 to play here in the third. Passing that to Potier. Interception of the center and right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 8. It's a 3. 13 for Potier. He's going to make a pass. He'll move that over up to Morrison. 4 minutes to play, and we've got another set of line changes. And we're going to have a small timeout on the ice while I get the other half of the action deck ready to go. Hold on. Okay, looks like we're on line 1s. Fortunately for me, getting the other deck ready, I've already shuffled it. It's just a matter of getting a nail under the bottom of it. A fingernail, of course. Bringing it over, and we're all set to go. Look at that, that was easy. That'll get passed over to Morrison. Penalty if the right wing's penalty is greater than or equal to 2. It is a 2. It's a 3, actually, so they're possible penalty. 37, though, is going to be a pass, so we'll stop the play and check the penalty on Bartulis. 25, and the opponent, if penalty is 1 or higher, we are going to have matching minors, and they're both going to go off for hooking. So we'll change out our defensive pairings and go without centers for 2 minutes. So we're going to have a little bit of 4-on-4 hockey here for the next 2 minutes. Face-offs now are +1 to Washington. And Ovechkin gets tossed from the circle. Nubel's going to come in to take the face-off. Face-offs are now +1 to Philadelphia, which a +6 is enough to pull that over to Green for the Capitals, and we're off once again. Passing that up, actually he's going to hold on to that. Force dump in if right D defense is greater than or equal to 1. Carl's a 4, so we've got a dump in. Dump in is going to be a puck battle. Offensive left wing +2 versus defensive right D. The +2 will give that to Ovechkin. 3:20 to play. Passing, Ovechkin will hold on to that. Interception if the left D and right D defense greater than or equal to 9. It's a 7. So Ovechkin will have that with a 9 at even strength. Shot 3 against Layton. 43 on a shot 3, and score! Alex Ovechkin puts another one on the board, and the Capitals now lead 5-1. That was from... Let's see, that was from... Well, we're going to flip over a couple cards to get assists here. Let's see, lowest assist rating, that is going to be... Do we check goalies? Because if we check goalies, then the lowest would be Theodore in this case. Yeah. Looks like it is going to be from Theodore. Believe it or not, he is credited with an assist rating on here. And Pody. And it is now 5-1 in favor of Washington, and we're going to see a goaltending change for the Flyers as Leighton can't stop anything tonight. We're going to get Ray Emery in net here for the Capitals. Or for the Flyers, I should say. He's probably going to finish this game out. And Leighton is not happy with the night he's had. He is slamming things on the bench. We'll bring the teams back to center ice after that. Faceoffs are +1 to Washington, which will be enough to pull it back over to Green, and we're off once again here in the third period. Passing that up to the left wing, Ovechkin. Interception if the left D and right, if the defense is greater than or equal to 5, they're a 7. So that will be Carl making that interception. 2:40 to play here in the third. That'll go over to Krajicek. Takeaway if the center's take. There is no center right now, so a 14 is going to be a pass. And that'll go up to LaPerriere. Flyers need to get something going here. They've looked listless here. 2:20 to play in the game. That LaPerriere will hold on to that. Interception if lefty and left wing and lefty's defense greater than or equal to 12. They're an 8. 24, that's going to be a pass. And that'll go over to Krajicek. We'll have line changes in a second here. Oh, no, penalty's over. That's what that was. Ovi did it again. That's his second on the night. Probably his last, unless the Flyers somehow decide they're going to go into God mode here and score 4 goals in the next 2 minutes. Not impossible, but I've seen things that were more... there are things I could think of that are a lot more likely to happen than that. All right. Now that that's all sorted out, pass going up to Hartnell for the Flyers. Takeaway if the right D's take is greater than or equal to 4. Schultz is a 2. 18 for Hartnell is going to be a shot 0 against Theodore. 90 is going to get dropped off by Theodore, and that'll be Semin picking that one up. 1:40 to play, and Emery's just going to look at the net and just going to stay in the net. That'll get passed over to Steckel. Loose puck if the center's hit is greater than or equal to 1. Richards is a 3. So we've got a loose puck, and that'll be back to Schultz. 1:20 to play. Passing over to Potier. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 8. Asham's a 3. A 4 is going to be a shot 2 against Emery. A 19 on a shot 2 is a rebound chance. Defensive left wing, that'll be Hartnell picking that puck up. 1 minute to play in the third period, says the PA announcer. Over to Richards. Forced dumping if the lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 5. Potier's a 3. 27 is going to be a giveaway. Not what you want to see if you're a Flyers fan. Over to Fair with that one. 40 seconds to play here in the game. Passing over to Steckel. Interception if the left side's defense is greater than or equal to 7. They're a 6. A 7 for Steckel is going to be a shot 1 against Emery. 34 is going to be a rebound. Offensive center, Steckel's got it with an 18. He'll give that one away this time. That'll go over to Hartnell. Hartnell with it for the Flyers. Passing up to Richards. Penalty if the right D's penalty is greater than or equal to 6. Schultz is a 2. 34, he's going to make a pass. That's over to Asham. And there's the horn, my lousy goal horn, to end this game. And the Washington Capitals come out. Alex Ovechkin all but puts the team on his back as the Capitals win this game by a final score of 5-1, sending the home crowd home happy. Arena cheers. Yay! As usual, though, we are not done yet because now we have to ask the rest of the NHL we have to ask final score how the rest of the NHL fared. So bear with me as usual while I do cleanup, and we will see how Fast Score gives it, how Fast Score sets the rest of the league up. This very easily could have passed as the Alexander Ovechkin show. It was looked even at the start of the period, but that was not even that close. And once the Flyers decided they were going to play hot potato with the puck, that was pretty much all she wrote, folks. There are my logos. I will need the bag for those momentarily. That was one-sided, Jester, and that's just how it goes sometimes. Believe me, I had a lot of games in the 1985 baseball replay that were very one-sided. I know they're not all going to be exciting and dramatic. That's just kind of the cost of doing any kind of a replay like this. Not all of them are going to be Game 7 3-1 extra inning affair. Not all of them are going to be 3-1 Game 7s of the ALCS. Nope, come on. There we go. Let's see, before we do that, though, I never did have a chance to announce what our next game is going to be. I'm just going to finish cleaning up here. Normally I do it at about the 10-minute mark of the third period, but I just never had the chance to. We'll be at what is the stadium we need? We'll be at the Bell Centre in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, as the Toronto Maple Leafs will be coming to town to take on the Montreal Canadiens. So that should be another good one. Actually, based on current standings, let me see what we're looking at for that one. I need to widen that column out just a touch. Let's see, the Canadiens look to very much be in the thick of the division race? How? Well, I suppose at 5-6 with all regulation losses, they probably are still in the thick of it here. At least that's what it looks like coming into tonight's action. Whereas the Capitals are very much, so far, the Capitals look to be in cruise control. Especially after beating up on the poor hapless Flyers. Let's see here. I know how I've got these laid out. Like that. Like this. And like so. Okay, now that we've got that sorted out, we'll get the scoreboard ready, just in case I need it to track shootout scores. So, we are on October 27th, 2009. The Flyers just walked into the Verizon Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and got absolutely shellacked. 5-1, and it wasn't even that close. Let's see how the rest of the NHL fared. Avalanche and the Oilers. Avalanche, I-53, that is 4. Oilers, H64, that is 5. Pressure situation for the Avs. The Avs are a C on pressure. A 34 won't get it done, though, so the Oilers will take a 5-4 victory. Red Wings and the Canucks. Red Wings, F61, that is 3. That is 3. Canucks, P56, that is 6. And the Canucks will beat up on the Red Wings 6-3. Blues and the Hurricanes. Blues, G55, that is 3. Hurricanes, K21, that is 2. And we've got a pressure situation for the Hurricanes as their net's empty. Hurricanes are an E on pressure. A 36 for the Hurricanes, however, will not get it done, and the Blues will escape an empty net rush with a 3-2 victory. Coyotes and the Blue Jackets were on October 28th, by the way. Coyotes, I-64 is 5. Blue Jackets, J-52, that is 4. Pressure situation for the Blue Jackets. They're an E on pressure. But an E-23 won't get it done. The Coyotes will escape that one with a 5-4 win. Avalanche and the Flames. Avalanche, I-14, that is 1. Flames, H-31, that is 2. Pressure situation for the Avs. They are a C on pressure. A 22, however, won't do it. The Flames will take a 2-1 victory over the Avalanche. Maple Leafs and the Stars, both teams are Gs. Maple Leafs roll a 31, that is 2. Stars roll an 11, that's a 0. And the Maple Leafs will take a 2-0 win from the Stars. Senators and the Panthers. Senators, I-55, that is 4. Panthers, G-25, that is 2. And the Senators will win that one 4-2. Predators and the Wild. Predators, G-23. G-23 is 2. Wild, J-64, that is 5. The Wild will take a 5-2 win. Sabres and the Devils. Sabres, G-54, that is 3. Devils, K-23, that is a big game. Let's see, a 63 is +3, so the Devils came out to play as well today. KLMN. So the Devils are rolling on column N now. With a 36, that is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Both teams are a C on pressure. 25 won't get it done for the Sabres. 54 for the Devils will just miss, which means now we're going to overtime. Devils with a chance to win first, and I'm going to give them their same modifier. Since they rolled a big game, they're rolling on column N for this one. Devils with a 13 won't get it done. Sabres with a G-24 won't get it either. That means we've got a shootout, and that's what this is for. Both teams are a C on shootout, round 1. Neither team will score in round 1 of the shootout, so round 2. Let's see, neither team will score in round 2, so we're into round 3. Both teams, I think, will score. Both teams are Cs, 53 and 55, will both score. Round 4. Neither team will score. Round 5. Neither team will score, so we're into round 6. Next unanswered goal wins. In the tower. They will both score, so round 7. And I believe that will do it. A 41 will just miss for Buffalo, but a 63 will score for New Jersey, and in round 7 of the shootout, the Devils will take that one, will get the last goal, and they will score and win by a final score of 4-3 in a shootout. Rangers and the Islanders and a little cross New York action. Rangers, G61, that is 4. Islanders, J15 is a big game. 21 is -1, So they were J, which means now they're rolling on column I. 14 is 1, and the Rangers will beat the Islanders 4-1. Canadiens and the Penguins. Canadiens, E34, that is 2. Penguins, N64. N64 is 7. And the Penguins win that one 7-2. Kings and the Sharks. Kings, G43, G43 is 3. Sharks, N22 is 2. Pressure situation for the Sharks. Sharks are a B on pressure. Kings are a C. Sharks at a 31 won't get it done. The Kings will take that one 3-2. October 29th, Capitals and the Thrashers. Capitals, N16. N16 is 2. Thrashers, J62. That is 5. The Thrashers will take that one 5-2. Devils and the Bruins. Devils, G66 is 5. Bruins, K54. K54 is 4. Pressure situation for the Bruins. The Bruins are an E on pressure. A 41 on pressure, though, won't get it done. The Devils will take that 5-4. Red Wings and the Oilers. Red Wings, H24 is 2. Oilers, I26 is also 2. Pressure situations all around. Red Wings are a C. Oilers are an E. A 13 won't get it done for the Red Wings. An E55 won't either, which means we've got overtime. Edmonton with a chance to win first. I-34 won't do it. Red Wings get an H55. That will do it, and the Red Wings will take that one 3-2 in overtime. Canucks and the Kings. Canucks, J34 is 3. Kings, M43, that is 4. Pressure situation for the Canucks. The Canucks are a B on pressure. B16 won't get it done, though. The Kings will take that one 4-3, surviving an empty net attack. Blackhawks and the Predators. Blackhawks, J55 is 4. Predators, K25 is 2. Blackhawks will take that one 4-2. Coyotes and the Blues. Coyotes, G63, that is 4. Blues, K56, that is also 4. Pressure situations all around. Coyotes are a G, Blues are a D. G12 won't get it done. Actually, no, they're not a G, they're a B on pressure. But a B12 won't get it done. Neither will a D24 for the Blues, which means we've got overtime. Blues with a chance to win first. A K32 won't do it. Neither will a G24 for the Predators. Actually, for the Coyotes, I should say, which means we've got a shootout. Both teams are C's on the shootout. 53 for the Coyotes will score. 22 for the for the Blues will not. Round 2. Neither team will score. Round 3. 56 will score again for the Coyotes. Round 4. If the Coyotes score here, it's over. The Coyotes on a C52 will score. So will the Blues, but unfortunately it's not going to matter because the Coyotes will win that one 5-4 in the shootout. Oop. There we go. Senators and the Lightning. Senators. G53 is a big game. .45 is +2. So they were a G, they're rolling on column I now. I-45 is another big game. So now we roll... So we roll big game times 2, it looks like. 56, that is 5. Lightning H62 is 4. Pressure situation for the Lightning. The Lightning are an E on pressure. A 33, though, won't get it done. The Senators will take that one 5-4. October 30th, Canucks and the Ducks. Canucks, L52 is 4. Ducks are also an L54. That is also 4. Pressure situation all around. Canucks are a B. Ducks are an E. B34 won't score for the Canucks. Neither will 33 for the Ducks on E, which means we are going to overtime. Ducks with a chance to win first. Both teams are L's once again. And L61 will get it done for the Ducks. They will take that game 5-4 in overtime. Maple Leafs and the Sabres. Maple Leafs, F26 is 2. Sabres, G23 is also 2. Once again, pressure situation all around. Maple Leafs are an E, Sabres are a C. E53 won't get it done for the Maple Leafs. Neither will a C44 for the Sabres, which means once again we're going to overtime. Sabres with a chance to win first. A 55, a G55 will do it for the. We'll do it for the Sabres. They'll take that game 3-2 in overtime. Penguins and the Blue Jackets. Penguins. Let's get the right chart up here. Penguins, L26. L26 is 3. Blue Jackets, G42. That is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Penguins are a C. Blue Jackets are an E. Penguins with a 46 on pressure, that won't score. Neither will the E33 for the Blue Jackets, which means we are going to overtime. Columbus with a chance to win first. A G13 won't do it. Neither will an L22, which means we've got another shootout. On the shootout, both teams are A's, so round 1. Probably going to see a lot of scoring here, and yep, there's round 1, both teams scoring. Round 2. Penguins will score, the Blue Jackets will not. Round 3. This time it's the Blue Jackets scoring, and the Penguins not. Round 4. Penguins will score. Blue Jackets have to score here. Actually, if the Penguins score first, it's over. A 36 on the shootout will score for the Penguins. The Blue Jackets would have scored, but that's not going to matter because the Penguins will take that one 4-3 in the shootout. Canadiens and the Blackhawks. Canadiens, E65 is 4. Blackhawks, O11 is 0. The Canadiens blank the Blackhawks 4-0. Panthers and the Stars. Panthers, G52. G52 is 3. Stars, J55. That is 4. Pressure situation for the Panthers. Panthers are an E on pressure. An E53 won't get it done for the Panthers. The Stars will take that one 4-3. Rangers and the Wild. Rangers, G11 is 0. Shocker. Wild, J31. That is 2. And the Wild will take that one in a shutout 2-0. Avalanche and the Sharks. Avalanche, G33 is 2. Sharks, M26. That is 3. Pressure situation for the Avalanche. Avs are a C on pressure. A 14 won't get it done, though. The Sharks will take that one 3-2. Islanders and the Capitals. Islanders, E62 is 3. Capitals, M52 is 4. Pressure situation for the Islanders. The Islanders are an E on pressure. An E45, though, won't get it done. The Capitals will take that one 4-3. And that will do it for this block of the 2009-10 hockey season replay. We have a lot of great stuff coming up on the channel. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll be at the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, as the Toronto Maple Leafs will be coming to town to play the Montreal Canadiens. Before that, tomorrow morning, though, we are playing Talon by GMT Games. Wednesday, we'll be playing D100 Space, and Saturday next week, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Exquisite Exandria official Critical Role recipe as we make the side Trinket's Bear Claws. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Actually, before we sign off, I almost forgot about this. We did have a delivery just come in earlier tonight, so I'm not quite ready to sign off yet. Because we got a delivery in earlier, just this afternoon we got an early delivery in that I'm going to go ahead and crack on the channel here. So forget everything you heard about the sign off. We're going to get this delivery unboxed first. We've got a delivery in from Noble Knight. Let me check one more thing because I'm expecting another package to be here fairly shortly, but I don't see it here. No. I was just checking for a notification, but I don't see it. We will definitely be unboxing that tomorrow, though. I'm expecting that in later tonight. Let's get this delivery from Noble Knight cracked, though. Good thing I looked over and saw the box before I signed off. Closing the knife carefully. We are greeted by excessive void fill. And the first thing we're greeted by is a copy of Pacific Tide 2nd Edition by Compass Games. The United States versus Japan, 1941-45. This is very similar to Ostkrieg, which I enjoyed, so I figured I'd grab this one and give it a go as well. Pacific Tide, the United States versus Japan, 1941-45, is a compact, strategic-level game covering the struggle between the United States, including some Commonwealth forces, and Japan in World War II by game designer Gregory M. Smith. This game utilizes a unique and fast-paced, card-driven combat build system revolving around carrier operations, which will provide players with a multitude of decisions. We'll put that to the side. We'll try to unbox that. We'll unbox that yet this weekend, probably. And also in here, we are greeted by a copy of Corsair Leader by DVG, the World War II Pacific Theater solitaire game. Flying is hours of boredom sprinkled with a few seconds of sheer terror. Gregory Pappy Boyington, USMC. Corsair Leader places you in command of a U.S. Navy or Marine squadron in the hostile skies of World War II in the Pacific. We have also added special United States Army Air Force missions to add to the Pacific experience. So that will also be on the docket to be unboxed. And now at this point I'll consider my rebuilt leader collection complete. I figure I've been working on an engine on ChatGPT to get trained on recommendations. And this was one of the games that was suggested to that, so I'll grab it, give it a chance. But that'll do it for this playthrough of Inside the Crease Hockey. Go through all the plugs, yada yada yada. And thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The Washington Capitals and Philadelphia Flyers came into this game tied at 1 going into the third period. Washington scores 4 unanswered goals in the third period and wins 5-1. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning.